All right, we're live. We're live. I got some look of an itchy nose. I got some writing to do. Let's see what we got here. All right. Again, we're going to get some writing in. So, this thing not working or something? There we go. Why isn't that charging? Right. Right. All right. Let me open this up. Wow, Nick, you're normally last in. This time you just flipped the script, as us young kids say. What's going on, Nick? Got to be quicker than Nick Zinn sometimes, Lorraine. Got to be quicker. That boy's speedy. Like Nick came in, he was number one. Then Lorraine commented she was number one. Then Nick commented again, he was number two. Then Nick commented again, he was number one. It's a fight. Glad to have you both in today on this A Positive Friday. 91 degrees feels like 100 here. Hello, Newman. I got like a page to write. I wrote a bunch this morning. I've gotten ahead, which is nice. It's a good feeling to have. 75 here. That's nice. 75 there, 4 feet of snow. I think when you get here in a couple 3 weeks, Nick, it will still be in the 90s. '90s, I say. Lorraine, did you do the unboxing yet? Dying to know your feelings on what I sent you. How much show there? Like bringing my summer snow pants or more spring something? More spring snow pants. I mean, there's always snow here. We get 75. Lorraine, we see that like 3 days total in the entire year. Probably no humidity. Probably just gorgeous. There's Charlie. Well, you know what? Every second with you, Charlie, as we always say, is precious. So welcome in. I started writing something for that Flash Frog. Figured why not? Hey, happy Positive Friday. I got an acceptance yesterday for a flash fiction piece to a crime thriller thing called The Yard. They loved my story, and it will be out in, they said, 3 weeks. Probably right around MondoCon time. It's going. I'm doing well. My wife will be at her cousin's after work and staying over there to watch their kids. So her cousin and her husband can go to a concert in Georgia somewhere. I don't know what concert. So I'm on my own. I haven't had a chance to unbox it yet. I mean, it has to be perfect. Okay. I'm excited. That's all, Lorraine. I'm up in Wisconsin. Chad will likely be around the same. We had a cold front coming through last night. Nice. I keep getting knocked off my plans. Sorry. You know what? The best laid plans. Started writing my story for handguns and hookers for Misty Media yesterday. Nice. All right, as long as you're still excited about opening it, I can wait. You got when you do the video, you got to let me. You got to send me a message. Let me know it's up. Nope. Wisconsin, I'm jealous now, but yeah, it's 75 today. Tomorrow it will be 10 below. Hopefully, your life allows you. Because again, I want to see it. I put up a video right before I went live. Maybe that's where Haas and Keith are, or Keith took the day off again. He's got some job. He keeps taking days off. Tomorrow I'm going down to see my mom. 95,000 degrees. Same here. It went from 91 to 92, but it says like 106 or something. And we still got a couple hours. It's going to get worse. Ridiculous. I'm glad I'm not a giraffe. Yeah, they call it the boiling south, is what they call it. Yeah, just ridiculous. Going to see my mom tomorrow. That guy wants more baseball cards. He's been hounding my mom. I want what other cards? I'm like, I'll be there tomorrow and I'll go through and I'll pull another $1,000 worth of cards for you, buddy. Relax. There's Keith. When is the third Weston Lake book coming out? That would be next Tuesday. That will be Tuesday. And then October, then January, then April will be the White trilogy with Bella. And some Weston in there. But $25 days off. That's insane. Now, my wife gets crazy. She gets, I think, 10 weeks vacation now. She's been there 20 years. 10 weeks vacation, all major holidays, 5 sick days, and 2 personal days, or something like that. Yeah, Tuesday. Appreciate that, Charlie. I 25 years now I've been in Florida. I don't miss the snow, but I do miss the cold. As well as I only get like 10 paid days a year and we work holidays. My wife has unlimited PTO. Nice. I just take whenever I want off. I have that kind of job. I mean, I'm not getting paid for any of this, but literally, even when I'm working, I'm not getting paid for any of this. But yeah, yesterday I started my Flash Frog ghost story. I have 2 chapters left of this book. My goal was to have it finished by Sunday, the and then do the next two chapters next week. But I'm already it's Friday, and so I will work probably on it. Not tomorrow, I'll see my mom, but Sunday when I'm hanging out with Peter Marsh and Chad Lutsky Sunday morning, I'll jump into the next chapter. At least it's like, can you have half of those vacation days? Troy says, how's the monetization going? Are you happy with the ad revenue? Was it worth all the trouble to get monetized? Yes and no. Um, I'm making money. Okay, I'm not making a ton of money that I thought. And the other problem is a couple problems. I was over 89,000 subscribers, and now I think I've lost an average of like 50 subscribers a week now, which is weird. And I don't know if I'm making any. And then I saw a thing where like you can run certain ones, you can, because I was getting like 10,000 views on stuff, and now I'm getting like 100, and I'm like, all right, now I'm getting so what happened to, where was the fall off? So the advertising revenue hasn't been what I expected it to be, and definitely not like that first 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm a little disappointed in that, but I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep doing videos, and we're gonna see what happens. Everyone's help. I finished the first draft for my submission to Hookers and Handguns. I titled it Blood on the Blossom. It's an awful title. Lisa is right. Your thoughts? It references Orange Blossom. Orange Blossom Trail, which nobody but you and I know what that is, Keith. My goal is to have it finished, those two chapters, by the 19th, by that Sunday, and then take that whole week off, and then jump back in on the 26th, the following Sunday, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, write some short stories and stuff. And then MondoCon. Then everybody's here for MondoCon. During your push monetization, you were posting or going live every day. Do you think backing off a bit has caused you new to not to push your channel as much? No, that's an excellent question. So I'm gonna open up the hood. You're gonna look behind the curtain here for a second, okay? Let's go back. Let's go back to the end of May. Okay. And I'm to have videos that have 89 views, 109 views, 68 views, 86 views. These are the writing videos, 138. And they give you estimated revenue on each one, which is pretty cool. There's my Chinese lady walking. She's doing this with her arms. Guess that means something. Probably she's sweaty. My estimated revenue on these: 47 cents, 14 cents, 53 cents, 23 cents, 51 cents, 40 cents, 22 cents. So not a ton. There's Chad Lutsky. Now, when I go the live, okay, and I'm getting an average of like 100 or less, 86, 95, 104, 89, 67. On these, I'm making 84 cents, 96 cents, 68 cents, 88 cents, 60, 64, 91, 40, 57. So it's not I'm making like $1. I'm making under $1 on all of these. And that's obviously it's going to be you guys watching it now and going through the ads and watching 30 seconds of ads and hopefully not skipping them and being a jerk. And the people who come in later on, I get a lot of people who come in later on. I'll get like 22 views when I go live right now, and then I end up with 60 to 100. So a lot of people are watching it after the fact and hopefully watching that. So yeah, so I get a whole dollar. But again, then when you look at that, okay, so live, I have 142 live videos. Okay, this is YouTube live before I went to Twitch. Okay, so I made like I don't know $140. We'll call it. My writing videos, I have 73 videos of that. I'm making like 2-3 cents for every coffee of the day video, but I have 360 of them. You know, I mean, I got a ton of videos. So the question was, did it back off? I think it backed off. I think by not doing those 2 videos a week, I lost like $2 a week. So not anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? Keith, you bastard, son of Lisa. I'm always going to side with Lisa. But tell you why I'm going to side with Lisa. She has a cuter ass. But I'm going to be honest with you, Keith. Yours is like 1B. Yours is up there too. So. I haven't posted much of anything for a long time, and my lack of new subscribers definitely reflects that. I just don't care. Sometimes you get in that where you just don't care. I get it. So you're making more from people clicking your products than you are ads. Yeah, so now that part of it, I'm doing quite well. I'm averaging like $150 to $250 a month on people buying stuff. What's funny now is, like, I'll get things like, for instance, on today's is like the last couple has been Nordstrom's. They're running this big sale coming up or something. And so my rate is much higher. Okay. It was like 5%. Now it's like 25%. And I'll get people who are clicking through and buying stuff, which is great, but not always, mostly not the product I have I linked up with. They're just buying other stuff on that website. I'm selling a lot of coffee. I sold a lot of hot dogs when I did Sunshine Hot Dog Lady online. I didn't realize people bought hot dogs online. I just did it because I was like, I don't know what else to do. So do not skip the ads, Art. Do not skip the ads. We're just talking about how little money I'm making because of people like you. But yeah, the products I'm doing well with. Here's the thing. I didn't know going into this what I wanted. I just wanted to do it and feel like I'd accomplished something, which I did. And I'm going to keep doing this because I like hanging out with you guys, even Art, who's not watching ads and being a jerk. And then I'm getting some writing in, which is the bread and butter here, I guess. I do like bread and butter. Yeah, Art. And someone say Keith as yes, Tom. Welcome in. Yes. Keith knows. Keith's not bragging. It's not bragging if you know your ass is up there. So you're good. So anyway, thank you for the question. Lorraine says, but I didn't create my channel to be monetized. I just wanted to make friends, and that isn't what I expected either. So I'd rather hang out here where my comments are only ignored half the time. So now you're trying to make me feel bad, Lorraine, that I want money. No, I'm just kidding. There's Frank. Thank us of the A's, and the post-game interview made me cry. Oh, Chad. That's a good game. That was a good game. Kid comes up and hits a home run in his first at bat. Yeah, Sudi. told my mom I'll be there tomorrow, but I'll be there like super early because I want to get home and watch the MLB draft. One-story house is the best, but it might be two-story. I missed what you said, Lorraine. I was watching a commercial. Thank you for watching the commercial, Lorraine. That's more important than anything anybody on this channel is saying. You still need to post some videos, though, Lorraine, like an unboxing video. Woke up at 6 a.m. for no reason, but at least the water is shut off. Why is the water shut off? Are they working on the property? Has the data center down the road stolen everything from the well? Lassie, is Timmy fall down the well? Tree root went through a pipe. Oh, geez. Did you do an Aunt Vicky and you're going to wait 3 days to tell Shelly about it? She's like, well, my water doesn't work. Well, when did this happen, Vicky? A couple days ago. Just thought maybe it would come back on. When it says, no, Armand, if I push for monetization, maybe I wouldn't be as emotionally invested in my comment. Yeah. Who's Lassie? You're so young. I believe it's Lassy. I did not go to lunch to Japanese buffet yesterday with Mike Lee. He had a minor fender bender. So we're going to do it next week, which I was a little upset at because I got up early yesterday because I'm insane. And I was like, I got to go to lunch at 11. So I got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, not because the water isn't working. And then what do you call it? And then I'm just about to leave the house at like 10:30 and he messages like, yeah, I can't make it. Like I got dressed. I took a shower. I got dressed. I got shoes on. What's going on today? What's up with that? Frank's headed to Wawa. What's your order? What's your Wawa order, Frank? You get the same thing every time, or do you change it up? Yeah, you might have been watching anime, is right. Yeah, all dollar bill work. Exactly. I even put deodorant on yesterday, Keith. Just ridiculous. I felt like I wasted deodorant yesterday. You could have thumb it right. It's not that far. I would have picked him up. Nah, probably not. Tom, did Jess get the Reaper's Brew coffee? Let's let the room decide. Oh, listen to you, Frank. Italian hoagie with extra everything. They let you get extra for free. Yeah, never ghost. Listen, I'm gonna add to that, Lorraine. Never ghost a lunch date with a fat guy. That's ridiculous. You know what? The Italian hoagie, that sounds really good. I think since I've been in Florida, I've had Wawa one time, but they weren't here in Jacksonville for a long time. I think they came here when Tom came here. Old true Southerners. Jalapenos and banana peppers. Tom's like, just give me bread and give me all the extras you have and just throw all of it on. Hey, Aaron, are you ever going to make any one of the regulars in this chat a moderator? No, that will never happen. I don't trust any of you people, especially you, Art. Nice try. Trying to weasel your way in. Cut the line. No, why? What do I need a moderator for? If we were doing stuff, Frank would not be the best moderator. What if I paid for it? If you actually watched the ads and made me money, then maybe. Charlie wants to see everybody wants to step up and take some of my glory. I'm better, right? Exactly. I'll be like, Charlie, I appreciate you being the moderator. How come it's the last 3 days it's only been you and me in the chat? And he's like, oh, I banned everybody else. I vote for Art. If you can't trust Art, who can you trust, right? Frank is already moderate. He's already mid. Frank, I watched that Fat Girls Wanted, Big Girls Wanted 3-part. I'm sure if you watch it, you only watch 2 parts. I never even thought about there being mods. I don't think we've ever actually needed a moderator for anything. Yeah, we got a greeter. We don't need a moderator. This is Armand's opinion, not Armand and moderator Keith opinion. I would never make Keith a moderator. What are you, nuts? Even with his great ass, I would never make him a moderator. I'm not even sure what a moderator would even do. Frank watched all 3. Nice. I didn't think that guy was all that bad, to be honest with you. A couple of little missteps here and there, but the dude liked 500-pound women. Good for him, you know what I'm saying? If that's your thing and you got money to burn, then do it. It's because we slept together, isn't it? Yes, it's because we had that time we had in the back seat of that car when we were in Virginia. Lorraine says, do most chats have moderators? Do they get out of control? We have Frank. But that's entertaining to see where he goes. Exactly. I'm the moderator. I say, watch it, Keith. There's a lady in here. Yeah, we got Chad's the moderator. He yells at Keith for talking out of turn. Yeah, I don't want anybody to moderate Frank. They'd be like, oh, is Frank here? Yeah, he's just not allowed to say anything. Why did I call me out like that? Oh, Art, Frank would definitely ban you. Frank says he was legit, right? Listen, it's not my thing. I'm not into 500 or 600-pound women. But you give me a girl who's 250 to 350, I'm in love. Yeah, so here we've settled it, Art. Chad is the unofficial moderator. Lorraine is the official greeter. You just need a bot to shut down Chad when he starts talking about the accused. Yeah, anytime Chad mentions the accused, Joe Lansdale, or Tubi, he's blocked. Pretty much then we would never hear from Chad. Well, you don't actually need a moderator until you have a couple hundred people in chat. Oh, yeah, and his MacBook. Thank you, Keith. And his MacBook. I think we need a moderator to keep us from talking about Bigfoot and Oak Island. But that's how we don't need. I'm really getting to this season of, speaking of Oak Island, I'm really getting to the season of Blind Frog Ranch, though. They're making some headway. I like it. And then I watched the latest episode of Skinwalker Ranch, and the rockets went crazy. All the technology went crazy. They figured out kind of where the end of the bubble. I'm like, this is the same crap every single week, and every single week I watch it. For instance, I wouldn't want to be here if there were more than 10 people. So, yeah, I like the group that we have. Every now and then Art pops in, which is nice. I like Art in there, except for when he's not making me any money. And every now and then we get one or two other people who will come in, chat, and then we never see them again. I'm fine with that. But yeah, if we had like 100 people, and I remember being on Twitch, and some of those, man, they had like 1,500 people online at the same time, and it's just a scroll. Like I'm like, you can't even see. I don't think I mentioned this, but last Friday a new shark movie dropped. Water Park Sharks. Looks awful, so you best get on watching it, Mr. Jaws T-shirt. T-shirt. What is it on? Water Park Sharks? That sounds awful. Is it on Tubi? It's horror comedy directed by Sharknado guy. Nah. I don't want a comedy. I want serious stuff. I never saw any of the Sharknado movies, and I never want to. I have been watching Shark Fest shows though. Last night I had them on. That one woman, like Shark Attack or something. Like she just it's like half an hour of shows, and she has a nice bubble butt. I watched like 6 episodes of that last night, waiting for my wife to get home. Troy says somehow you can ban words in chat and it'll automatically delete messages with those words. Yeah, we used to do that on Twitch. It had reset for me one time, and then all of a sudden, anything Chad or Frank said, like dumb words, were like just blocked. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, Oak Island, but that won't be on for a little bit. Half the Blind Frog Ranch people are dead, though. No, just the one guy's dead, and then his son killed somebody. So I guess that guy would be dead. It's funny watching it now because they don't show Chad is his name. What a name. Chad, the son who's now in prison. They don't show him on anything anymore. They'll show like a scene, like a past scene, like oh, when they went into the water chamber, and it's like you'll see his leg, and that's it. I think that's kind of funny. Blow up the mesa. I mean, they're currently drilling in the mesa, but eventually you just like wipe it out. Chat says, be right back. Gonna grab the MacBook and listen to the cues while watching The Thicket, which is the new Lansdale movie on Tubi starring Peter Dinklage. Art, ban him now. Water Park Sharks, the jaws of hard time. More than 10 would be so impersonal. I agree with that. What? Oh, is Fake Shark Week happening soon? I'm missing. Yeah, you're missing it. It's on Nat Geo. It's Shark Fest this week and next week, and then we get into. But I'm looking at and I'm like, there's literally like one show a day that's brand new from this year. It's like eight or nine shows for Shark Fest, and then even on Shark Week, I'm like, most of these are just repeats. For instance, the Skinmark Ranch thing you guys keep bringing up now and again for months. What's up with it that has you all fascinated? It's fascinating because of the Skinwalkers. It's fascinating because it's a show where I get so angry watching it. Like, just watch an episode. Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Just watch an episode and you'd be like, well, this is is this aliens? Is this some ancient Indian curse? You know, what's going on? And then Blind Frog Ranch is several miles away, and they're searching for the Mayan gold. Chess says, yes, Charlie, with Juliette Lewis and James Hetfield. Sharkfest 2026, just when you thought you were getting new shows. Yeah, pretty much. Very disappointing what I'm reading so far. Okay, he's gone. 10-minute timeout. Is it documentary style? Yeah, technically. I mean, they're all the Oak Island. They're all the same. They're all just trying to find things. We did watch. I did watch a couple of the Expedition Unknown last night when my wife got home. Josh, I'm a big fan of Josh Gates. I like that guy. I watched the two latest episodes of that. In search of Bigfoot, ha ha ha. So I'm still here. It'd be cool if there were more live stream communities like this one. I only frequent one other one that's similar in size to this one. Or do they have people that are as sexy as in this one? Or I doubt it. I mistrust. I need to start watching. Yeah, I watch Expedition Unknown, Expedition X, Expedition Files. They even had one of his old shows from like 10 years ago on something. I've seen all of them, but I was like, oh, look how young he looks. Oh, he has all of his hair. He doesn't have that bald spot. Did they find planes on Expedition U? I like how you call it Expedition U, like the kids. Yeah, it was the one where they were. Yeah, there was the World War II episodes. Of course, this one wins. Art. Josh Gates still trying to get into a wetsuit makes for compelling TV, especially as he gets older and bigger. Haas says this is the only live chat I've ever hopped into. I didn't know others were such a dumpster fire. Looks like I dodged a bullet. Yeah, thanks. Thankfully, you jumped in on this one. Don't even look for other ones, Haas. Don't even bother. Right, you got to get down. You get hair all over my Jaws shirt. It was clean. It was clean an hour ago. I had stuffed chicken cordon bleu for lunch today. Tonight I'm probably going to have a couple hot dogs. I was going to take out chicken and make some chicken fajitas. But then I felt lazy. Again, my wife's not even going to be home tonight. We have like 40,000 hot dog buns from last weekend still. But no hamburger buns. All the hamburger buns are gone. I got chicken salad and a Propel. What's your Propel? Which Propel? I drink the lemon. This is I drink all of them, but I always drink the lemon. Shelly does not like the lemon. I don't like chicken salad. I'm not a big fan of chicken salad. Do you get your fajitas all sizzling like at Chi-Chi's? If you're not sizzling them like at Chi-Chi's, what are you even doing in life? Right, so I watched another live chat by two other authors forever ago and hated them. So much for letting the chat decide, Frank. Gosh, yeah, appreciate that. Watermelon Propel. Shelly likes that one. But we can't always find the six packs of them. When she orders from Walmart, she'll order because she orders the lemon for me from Walmart, and then she'll order the watermelon or the grape, I think. Something with like a couple of mixed things. And then they never have them in store, so then they ship them to us. Haas says, if I get into another live chat, I promise I won't watch their commercials. You know what? Then you go and watch as many of those as you want. Who were they, Lorraine? Name names. We're doing BLTs and playing Russian roulette with that parasite they are reported to be on prepared lettuce. Nice. Got to live a little, you know what I'm saying? What did the chat decide? Tom says chicken salad and Propel. Chat says grape is good. Like I was really going to eat what you lunatic suggest. Yeah, I know. I miss Sobe, particularly Sobe carrot. Living on the edge. I thought you were going to get a nice hoagie. One was a guy with glasses who spoke all monotone. Don't remember his name. The other was Alexa Dawn. Sorry, Alexa. Nothing against you in particular. I don't know who either of those people are. It's kind of like why we started and Chuck, mostly me, started the Mondo Method podcast, because I was sick of seeing boring guys talking monotone about how, I had a decent week in book sales. 10 billion books I sold this week. And then the other guy's like, "Oh, I only sold 8 billion books this week. What did I do wrong?" Like, shut up. Talk real. Talk about I sold 8 books this week. That's what I want to hear. Tom says Toby Carrot was good. Nick misses New Coke. Go on to track her down and let her know you, you hate her. Copy and paste. Copy and paste from the chat. Can exciting fiction come from boring people? I think not. Nope. Oh, yeah, that's right. Frank's losing weight. Oh, Frank looks good. Oh, Frank's not as fat as me anymore. Oh, I'm going to have hot dogs with hot dog buns tonight. Why am I doing this with my fingers, Frank? I don't know. Yeah, hold on to that proof. That way you can blackmail Lorraine when she her book starts selling like crazy. Be like, hey, remember that chat? Send me $10,000 right now. Lorraine. Send me $10,000 right now, and you better give me a really good blueberry muffin recipe, or I will share this with the world. Now Charlie's making me wonder if I should go back to 5 days a week or extra days. I don't know. Obviously, because I'm only doing Twitch once a week, if that, I'm not making hardly any money over there. Or it says, you are also different from one another, but none of you have bored me. And I enjoy your varied takes on writing. That's I wish in some way that you could all come to MondoCon because it's exciting sitting around Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night talking shop. We all have our opinions on stuff, and we also talk a lot of crap about everybody, which is also really nice. Right now that you're a famous author, I need a blurb from my book. So teasing me, Charlie, you hurt my feelings. Do not hurt. Chad, yell at Charlie for hurting Lorraine's feelings. Ugh. Just gotta finish. I gotta finish the page, and I'm like, nah. Anyways, for those who came in later, I got another flash fiction piece accepted for a site called The Yard, crime thriller one. It'll be out in 3 weeks. My story called something, I don't know. I wrote a lot of stories. I believe the story is called "Art Better Start Paying for My Advertising." I think that's what it's called. It could be something else though. But if you're serious about the blurb, I'd love to help. Have you ever named a character Wendell? No. German hat maker. Wendell, no. I'm reading a book now where the guy's name is Wes, and it's Weston. And the mom named him Weston because of the character from Princess Bride. And the guy in his head keeps saying, that wasn't Weston, that was Wesley. Chad says Sundays are dangerous to talk about music if we want to get any writing in. Yeah, me and Chad on Sunday, Peter Marsh couldn't join in with us, and me and Chad did like 2.5, 3 hours of talking music, and not just the Accused, other bands as well. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself. Once read a book about a character named Wendell Holmes. Oliver Wendell Holmes. What is this? Those are real things, Nick? Frank, you never gave me your pub sub order. You got to give me your pub sub order in that comment on that message there, or you're not getting a pub sub. You're the one who wanted a pub sub for Mondo Con. What the hell is a deli meatless Philly sub and half a deli spicy falafel sub? Did you make these up? Those can't be real. You guys are so crazy. I'm getting tired. Answer on their website unless not every public isn't the same. Yeah, nap time's coming up soon. Very soon. But I got to finish this page. I'm like, I don't know, 10 lines to the end of the page. I don't know. I'll pass that along to Shelly. But I think so far only Nick and Amanda have given me their pub sub orders for that Friday. So other people might be watching the two of them eating. I wonder if your viewers would go up if you had a live cam on the couch for your naps. You know what? It's worth a shot. There was a pub sub. Yeah, it was a pub sub message. Yeah. It was the MondoCon only 4 weeks away on July 2nd. So it's been over a week. I give you a link to the article, The Best Public Subs. And again, only Amanda and Nick are the only two respondents. So find it. Friday off cue, I can't nap without getting a headache. Oh, that must be awful. If I don't nap, I get a headache. Yeah, you dropped the ball. Yeah, because I said to Shelly, oh, Frank thinks he's going to get pub subs because Frank wants a pub sub. And he's like, oh, I'll just order my own, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, with Friday, instead of doing, because I'm just basically doing cold cuts and I'm doing bread and stuff like that, why don't we just have everybody give me an order for their pub sub? And I'm like, oh, Frank Edler. And sure, Frank wins again. So, yeah, we'll do pub subs on Friday. I'll just place an order and I'll go pick them up. Yeah, I'm not writing anything down. You're going to send it in a message because then I forward it to Shelly. If you give it to me here, you don't get it. I think a little free library cam would have. That would help. We have the doorbell ring thing now, and it just misses the little free library, which is annoying. Cinnamon raisin tuna sandwich. You know what? I can make that for him. I know there's one in Jacksonville at Little Free Library and they have a camera on a post behind it, like over their fence, looking at it. And I'm thinking, man, this thing's probably been stripped of books or somebody's broken it or something. Choice: if I fall asleep with my contacts in, I have a bad headache. So if I try to nap, I have to go take my contacts out and then put them back in afterwards. So yeah, I slept with my contacts in. Well, I mean, I literally I had those disposables, and I would leave them in for like 2 3 months, not take them out at all, and then I would get pink eye for some reason, and then popping that was like sucking noise. It was so gross. And I was like, you know what? I'm just sticking with glasses. Who am I trying to impress? I don't want the hassle with putting on makeup until after I get back to video the unboxing of Armand's. But yeah, you gotta do not put a mustache on. Does that little free library have a printer? I know, right? It's funny because I get a weekly thing like how many people searched, Google library in your area and all that, and every time like the last week for the 4th of July, it was like 331% more people, and I'm thinking because people think, we're it's going to be closed the library the 4th of July, blah blah. So I'm gonna go find a library that's open. I did have somebody a couple weeks ago pulled up, got out, stared, looked at the house, and then looked at the little free library, and then called somebody, and they were laughing. And I'm thinking the guy probably called his wife and was like, "Hey, remember I thought I was going to the library? It's the little free library." Charlie, no, Charlie, you're going to get banned. Art's going to ban you. Art will throw you the hell out of here. Yeah, Lorraine will be banned. Yeah, especially don't do that with with an unboxing of a coffee mug. Then nobody will even pay attention. How's Publix roast beef? Bloody? It's kind of bloody. It's pretty good. I'm gonna give you a little hint. I'm gonna give you a little hint, Frank. Boar's head. Upgrade to the boar's head. It's better. It's much better meat. Boar's head. Boar's head roast beef. Delicious. Some of the best meat in all of the land. I only get their ultimate sub. Probably not as good as fresh javelina. I do love me some fresh javelina. I didn't know they were doing a Gigi Allen biopic. Just saw who is supposed to play Gigi. I like that actor. I have to say Boar's Head specifically. Yes, because if you don't, they just give you the regular. Yeah, yeah. Chad, don't be bringing up Gigi. What lunatic's gonna watch that besides the us lunatics? Now I gotta look it up. Oh, the dude who did Lords of Chaos. I don't even know if I want to do that. I saw him live, and it was disgusting. The fast lane at Asbury Park. If you're looking for the definitive documentary on his life rather than a dramatized film, check out Todd Phillips' 1993 film Hated, G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies. Have you seen that, Chad? Lorraine, don't watch that. Yeah, you don't want to know what he's talking about. was eating roast beef, but this article got me thinking about boar's head, jerky, turkey, and Gouda. Yeah, do not look it up. Do not look it up. Let me look up this. Yeah, I know that guy. I mean, not personally. Yeah, he'll be all right in this. Frank thinks he watched it. When Lorraine does her unboxing video, make sure everybody watches it and comments on it. Around 88 or 89, I was at this guy's house paying respects because his mom just died. And Gigi called while I was there because he and this guy were going to do some project together. Never happened. Yeah, after he killed the guy's mom. Lords of Chaos is a great movie, very dark, but it was good. We'll see if he can pull it off a second time, right? And after you're done here, you can watch my How I Deal with My Writing Superstitions video. And then make sure you watch all the ads. I just got to write like 4 more lines here. I'm going to write them. Now it's Amanda, Nick, and Frank who got their orders in. I don't know. Let me look because I don't have an email. Oh, yeah, I got it. All right. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Looks like three out of how many of yous are there? Let me cross out Chuck. Out of 6 years. 6 years. Mike Lee, who's not on today. Pete, I gotta. So Nick, Frank, and Amanda. So Pete, Tom, and Mike Lee got to get your order in. The heck is Nick? How do you deal with your writing superstitions? You gotta watch it to find out. That's kind of the idea. Watch it, but mostly watch the ads. The ads are much more interesting. Now Thursday she's doing what do you call it? Potato bar. World famous potatoes with stuff on them. I think she's doing just regular sized potatoes instead of those giant ones we had. She's doing the regular sized ones this year. Because then people could have 2 regular sized ones instead of 1 giant one. It was a whole big thing. Well, says thanks for the banter, guys. I needed the cheering up today. I'm off to drop off a couple of my books and then the unboxing video. I hope I do it justice. I'm not feeling like myself these days. Positive Friday, Lorraine, exactly. You have a great day and you have a great rest of your week. We will be back here on Monday. Hopefully, you will be back here on Monday, and it'll be a positive Monday. Who can say? Looking forward to the video. Keep your chin up, Lorraine. Have a good one. Words of wisdom by the Haas. Frank says, are there pub breakfast subs? No, you don't want that. Nick says, Frank, I'm busy keeping an eye out for sharks now that I learned of a movie called Sharks of the Corn. Sharks of the Corn? That's not a real thing. My daughter got a 95 on her math exam. Nice. She's going for some nursing thingamajig or something. Sharks of the Corn sounds brilliant. See you later, Lorraine. Is it sharks with foot conditions? You know what? That would be an even better. And then the follow-up, sharks with bunions. Is it a sequel to Children of the Corn? Haas, it's a retelling. Sharks with fever blisters. That would be classic. I would not watch that. You do love a good retelling. Hammer Toe Shark. That's the book you're going to be writing at MondoCon. Let me look up Sharks of the Corn. Corn sharks? It's from 2021. Victims of monsters in cornfields begin cropping up, and witnesses are saying there are large great white sharks swimming in the corn stalks. Shannon Stocking is in it. You can stream Sharks of the Corn for free on Tubi or YouTube. Also available to stream, rent, or purchase on Amazon Prime. How much money did this thing make? Never been released. It did not accumulate standard box office earnings because it was never in a movie theater. It's a direct to video. It was primarily filmed in the Dayton and Cincinnati, Ohio areas, despite being set in the fictional town of Druid Hills, Kentucky. I mean, Jet is talking, yes. I mean, Nick suggested a movie. You know it's going to be awful. Shannon Stocking rhymes with Dockin. On IMDb, it got 910 reviews. Average 1.9. Out of 10. 1.9. Some dude shot on his iPhone and uploaded to Tubi. Jokes aside, I do really like Monster in the Quarantine movies. Same as something moving through the tall grass or wheat. Druid Hills, Kentucky is a stupid name. You know, it's a great name. Skull Valley. I wish I lived in Skull Valley. I might watch this dumb thing just to watch it. What else has Shannon Stocking been in? I mean, this just looks like some. It literally looks. Looking at these, it looks like it was shot on. Shannon Stocking is widely known as the horror goddess of gore, an internet horror model, Michelle Macabre. You people who watch all these dumb movies probably like, oh, yeah, I know who that is. 1.9 is better than I expected, right? This place has an interesting history to it. Charlie's got a tall grass or wheat fetish. Yeah. Like, what was that good Western movie with the monsters under the thing? Not Tremors. That's a great one. Kind of got to give it at least 5 minutes, right? Exactly. I'm gonna look up Skull Valley in on the Wikipedia. You know it's gonna be right. Skull Valley. It's a small unincorporated town in Yavapai. I know I'm saying all these words wrong. Yavapai County, Arizona, located 17 miles west of Prescott. The community has a post office. Population in the Skull Valley Elementary School District was greater than 800 people, including Haas. When they laid the railroad through here, they found so many bones. That's awesome. Skull Valley was so named when settlers found human remains resulting from a previous battle between Native Americans. Skull Valley's population was 21 in 1920 and was 100 in the 1960 census. Skull Valley was home to George Phippen, a well-known Western artist, co-founder and first president of the Cowboy Artists of America. Cowboys versus, I'm telling you, meth gators versus. You know what Skull Valley needs more of? Security. Dragon needs to protect that post. Yeah, he better be down here. He's not. He's not on Skinwalker Ranch another season. They have two. They have two cemeteries. The lady that works there is a dragon. She got yeah. The area's history is preserved by the Skull Valley Historical Society, which operates a free museum. Robert L. Pearson, aka Haas, a native of the area and retired wildlife manager, created an online photo gallery of the area's insects. In mid-2019, Skull Valley was featured on S.B. Scheffler's Revisiting History, in which Robert L. Pearson appeared as a guest on the Revisiting People series. There's a picture of the old railroad building. Apparently there were bodies underneath that. Total population as of 2000 was 743. It's just a great name. If I ever write any westerns, you got to set it in Skull Valley. Skull Valley, and then the bad guys ride into town and try to kill some cartoonist. There's a guy up the road that plows his field every year and digs up hundreds of arrowheads and other artifacts every time. This place is a war zone. That's what it sounds like. That's crazy. Oh, the Native Americans are like, let's go kill some other Native Americans, but let's go down to Skull Valley and do it. We don't want to. We don't want to do it here and have skulls and valleys and stuff here. We'll go down there. We'll go down the road a ways. That's how the Native Americans talk. They would say down the road a ways. Ha says this was kind of an oasis back in the day, so it was valuable farmland to fight over. There's just a lot of buffalo, a lot of white buffalo, because they like to eat buffalo mozzarella back then. Skull Valley sharks, cursed Native American sharks attacked pioneers. That makes sense. That's a movie you would recommend. It would be awful. And everyone knows mozzarella tastes better from an arrowhead kill. Well, yeah. I think that's a given, though, Frank. If you don't know that, you don't know nothing. All right, I got to the next page on that. So I'm happy so far. I got 1,000 words in this morning on this thing alone. Nope, alien UFO sightings followed me on Substack. The old prospector is always the first to die. Oh, yeah. He's just hanging out on a hill somewhere with his donkey, spitting some chaw. Here's a weird noise, scratching his beard. Next page, Nixon. Next page. Classic. Yeah, you can say anything you want. Lorraine ain't here. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. I need a nap. I want to thank everybody for hanging out today, as usual. Hope everybody has an awesome, awesome weekend. And you look good doing with a show one of those F troop guys. You know what? I gotta find a good hat except for a baseball hat. You know, that might be the way to go. You have a great weekend as well, Keith. Everybody have a great, great weekend. I'll see everybody here on Monday, unless Keith plays hooky again. I am not interested in the Rolling Stones. But as long as you like it, Chad, that's all that matters. See you on Monday.